rejected the $5, which is a natural resistance, also coincide with what? With our 200 SMA. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. So what I will be doing today is going to be stocks on my watch list, and those stocks are low float stocks. These are the stocks I will be watching coming this week. The reason is because so many of them has a very fantastic setup that I'm looking into next week. So I think it is very important and penitent that you can pick from whichever one that suits your criteria, that befits your financial standing. So with that being said, guys, I have this one here, and this one is JAN. But before that, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell these stocks. This is just for entertainment purposes only. That we got that out of the way. The first one, of course, is JAN. Okay, so this Gen 1 incorporation, this one right now, I've been holding this for quite a while. Okay, the reason why I say quite a while has been, my entry has been like $4 and all that. So I've been holding any pop, I sell into pop and add into pullback. So that is what I do on this name. It's a very tiny low float on JAN. Right now I'm expecting this area to really hold, because we are above the 250, even the 20 exponential moving average. So I'm looking for more volume to come in. RSI is 56%. So in my opinion, I think we can really push higher. Okay, we tested this $8, which also coincide with our resistance level right here. Okay, so with that being said, guys, if we can try one more time, I think we'll be able to push into 950, or even make the same action that happened the last time on JAN. Next one is going to be our AHT. Right now we are building momentum in the name. Volume is okay, buying volume is coming in. So I'll be looking forward to the $18, $17, $18 to come. If we can hold that level, I think $20 will come easily. APRE, guys, this one right now we are holding the 20 and 50 area. So I'll be expecting this to bounce off this area in the coming week, guys. Okay. Another thing, one more thing to note is, if I cannot put all the tickers, which I have about 40 of them, right, I'll put them up on my Twitter or my stock tweet account. So check in the description below, subscribe below as well, right? Next one is gonna be CAPR. This one right now, I'm looking for price to really hold this level. We broke out of the trend, pull back to about to retest it, and then we'll see what will happen from there. So for this APRE, I'll be looking for price to revisit the 550, like I said earlier, right? So CIDM, this one right now, I'm looking for price, some form of just a pullback in the name into this 250, 240 area. Okay, if price really pull back to the 20 exponential moving average, I'm still good with that, right? CDOR, this one right now, we're not in the overbought level technically, because my overbought level is the 80%. Okay, but right now we're still looking at the books, okay, over 70% is overbought. So right now we are at this point, but this is a huge gap. I'll be looking for this gap to fill at some point, so keep an eye on that name. DCROC, this one is more like a spark play. So I'll be looking for more momentum to come into this name and then push it through $14, $15. But for now, just keep an eye on that. EJH as well, I'm looking for bottom bounce play on that name. ENSC, this one is a low float. I'll be looking for price to break through the 50 exponential moving average into the $6. If we can hold this $6, I think we can really push into $9, $10 in the name. DTSS as well. This one really looks good, though we are really in terms of moving averages, we are both below the 200 moving average, but I'm expecting 220, 225 to reclaim, and then we can continue pushing higher. I'm looking for this kind of move on DTSS. ACOR, this one as well, I'm looking for, we tried to push through the 200 moving average, but we couldn't. We rejected the $5, which is a natural resistance, also coincide with what? With our 200 SMA. So look for this, look for continuation on that name. BYSI, I'll be looking for support around this 200 moving average, guys. ATER, this one, right now, we failed the 200 moving average. I'll be looking for price to bounce off this level. If price doesn't bounce off this level, I'll be looking for 1025, 1075 area for a revisit. Okay, that is for that ATER. BCTX as well, this is a beauty, guys. I've been holding this for a while now, as we pretty much held this trend support, right? I took some profit off into this pop here, and then see if price can really break below this, but it didn't break below the 20 exponential moving average, which is now our support. So price broke out of this trend. I'll be looking for a revisit or a pop, pre-market pop into the $10, guys. So keep an eye on that one. BBIG, what is in this one? This one, I'll be looking for a bounce off this 50 exponential moving average. I think it's about time for this to really, show some form of a bounce into $7 or $8. So keep an eye on this one. I don't have any position right now, but I'll be looking for, price to pick up some around the $6 or $5.90 area. So keep an eye on that. CRDL, this one also has been a wonderful play. Push, right? So we pull back to retest 20, which held as a support and also act as a trend right here, this trend line support. So we're pretty much bouncing right now, so look for $5 and so on. ELVT as well, right now your support is going to be your 200 moving average, which is perhaps your technical stop loss, or you can use this 340 as your stop loss area. So keep an eye on this as we continue to push higher and higher. If we pull back into this 200 moving average and it doesn't hold, I'll be expecting a flush into 325 or 330 on the name. EMKR, this one, right now we are reclaiming the 200 moving average, so I'll be expecting this area of $7 to hold as a support. Then we continue moving and moving up. ENVB, this one has been a fantastic play, guys. Well, this is our trend right now. We pull back to retest that trend. I'll be expecting a momentum shift to the upside on this name. If this area as a support doesn't hold, I'll be looking for $2 visit, but I expect this to really hold, push through this exponential moving averages, and then we can count our tendies as a win. EYEG, keep an eye on this. I'm expecting some form of a move come this week as we try to, we really close the gap and then pull back. So I'll be expecting a continuation on the name to the upside. DATS as well, I brought this up couple of weeks ago, and right now we're really pushing into the high. So I was expecting $13 last week, but that didn't really come during the market hours. So I'll be looking for some form of a pop and then pull back on the name EYEG. This one is a Chinese play, so the risk involved, right? So I'll be looking for $10 visit. We can push into $10, which will act as our natural resistance. So keep an eye on this one as we continue to push in the name. CEMI, CEMI. This one right now, we are really holding this uptrend right now. So this is our support. Okay, and our immediate resistance is going to be our 50 exponential moving average, which is around the $2.75, $2.80. We break that area, $3 come into play, and then bounce into $4. So keep an eye on that. But I'm not expecting this support to really break. If it does break, then look for market makers to shake the weak hands out of the trade. IMRON, this is a tiny low float stock, so it's really choppy right now. So I'll be looking for price to reclaim the $4.75, $4.85, and for continuation into that name. DYMT, keep an eye on this one. Right now we're breaking out of this my trend resistance zone, so I'll be looking for price into $1.75, $1.80, and then we continue pushing to the upside. If this $1.50 doesn't hold, I'll be expecting some form of a pullback into $1.40 to $1.35. EZFL, this one you'll be looking for double bottom bounce. That is what you're going to be looking for, because right now we tried to double bottom bounce, but we got into resistance close below that resistance level. But I'll be looking for price to really push into 360, and then we continue our way. NAKD as well, naked brand. This one right now we're pushing and pushing and pushing, so expect price to really break through the 70 cents into the 95 cents. So I'll be expecting some form of a juice tendies to come into the name. So FLMN, this one is Falcon Minerals. Right now we are breaking off of this our trend, downtrend resistance. So keep an eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, that is just the action for last week after our support bounce. So look for 480 into 550 on that name. Life, I called this one out last week that I'll be looking for $13 or more. We got to $13, double reject, which is a double top. Okay, this pattern is a double top pattern, which indicates or means a reversal. So right now we're reversing back into the support. So if this $10 area hold, I think we'll continue to push on the name, just hedging higher and higher. The next one is going to be MRIN. MRIN. This one right now, trend break, then we pretty much gap up. Okay, if anything happen, we reject this $12 again on the move, I'll be expecting price to pull back to the $8 or even gap fill into this moving average as our support, which is going to be $6.75 or $7 in the name. So let this be on your radar for continuation or pull back into that zone. NERV, this one as well, we are around this resistance level, this area $2 old, then I'll be expecting to 57. So keep an eye on that name. MTCR as well, we are popping. This is what I call the boom boom candle, so I'll be looking for a revisit of the $4 hold. I think we'll be able to get to 550 on the name. TOPS as well. One thing you have to understand is reverse split is already done, so right now I'll be expecting my support around 130, 133 into 150 resistance break, and then we continue pushing into $2. So keep an eye on that name. ROWL, this is Rework Robotics. Right now, I talked about it last week. We pop with a huge boom candle and pull back into support. Right now, $2 is going to act as your support. Staff, STAF, right now you have a good solid support at the $2 spot. If that $2 fail, I'll be looking for 175 on the name. But overall, you have our immediate resistance around this trend. If we break this, I'll be looking for 250 into $3. UFAB, right now this is a gap right now, so we gap all the way up, rejected the 200 moving average spot. I'll be looking for price to really consolidate around this 350, 325 for a continuation. If that don't happen, I'll be expecting a gap fill into this support here, which is 280, our 50 exponential moving average. PRTK as well, I'm looking for bottom bounce on that name. PALT, P-A-L-T, this is a boom candle. For whatever reason that, short seller decide to attack this, I'll be looking for 380, 375 as the support on that name. RCAT, keep an eye on this one. I'll be looking for a bounce, more of a bounce off from this 250 into $3 on that name. Zivo as well. This is really choppy. We pop, we fail, gap, we fail. So I'll be looking for this, area to act as support. If we hold this area, I'll be expecting, continuation on that name. VT as well was a fantastic play on Friday. We pop and we fail, pull back down to retest. So now I'll be looking for a retest of the breakout spot. WISA as well, WISA, this one has been consolidating lower, so I'll be looking for price to really bounce off this area into the $3.25, and then we can think about pushing through the 200 moving average, which is our $3.75. X4 XFOR, this one as well, I'll be looking for $6 break and then continuation into $7. I think this one for me, I'm looking bullish on that name. I'm expecting some form of a movement on that name. ACST as well, I'm looking for bottom bounce on the name. AEHR, I called this a few weeks ago that, hey, I'm expecting a break, and now we just gap all the way up into $17. We're in the overbought zone, but I'll be expecting this to continue pushing higher and higher. If anything, short sellers decide to attack this, I'll be looking for a revisit of the $13-14 zone on the name. And also we have ACHL as well. Look for look for this 50 exponential moving average to really hold, and then we can continue pushing higher. Overall, I really like the way this is setting up. This is a very long consolidation within this past 2 months. So I'll be expecting some form of push on the name. Guys, that is it. Pretty much these are your low float stocks to watch for this coming week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and this is your low float watch list for the coming week. Peace and love, guys. Bye bye.